How smart contracts can transform supply chains. Let's imagine you decide to purchase a new computer. However, in this case, let's also imagine you're concerned about the working conditions in the factory where the computer was assembled. Or maybe you have a concern about the quality of a specific component inside the computer. Right now, there's no easy way to check where your computer came from and how it got made. The complex web of relationships that provide the materials, manufacture the components, assemble the parts, and deliver the computer to market is known as the supply chain. Hundreds of years ago, supply chains were fairly simple. Mines and farms provided natural resources to skilled craftsmen, like blacksmiths and tailors, who then created and sold finished products. Today's supply chains are much more complicated, fragmented, and difficult to understand. Hundreds or even thousands of suppliers all around the world contribute to make and ship the computer you just purchased. Most of the time, the various companies don't know about each other, and as a consumer, you likely don't know anything about how, where, when, or under what conditions your computer was made. This isn't just a problem for consumers. Today's supply chains are so complex that even Apple, Dell, or HP has difficulty tracking how their computers get made. Smart contracts could make supply chain management simpler and more transparent. The idea is to create a single source of information about products in a supply chain via a global ledger. Each component would have its own entry on the blockchain that gets tracked over time. Authorized companies could then update the status of a component in real time. The end result is once you receive your computer, you could track every component back to its manufacturer. Theoretically, you could trace the supply chain all the way back to the mines where the raw materials came from. Companies can also use the blockchain supply chain as a single source of truth for their products. They can manage and monitor risks within the supply chain, ensure quality of delivered parts, and track delivery status of orders. Additionally, companies can use smart contracts to manage and pay for supply chains autonomously. For example, a chip manufacturer could be paid immediately upon testing of each individual chip at the assembly facility. This would reduce the need for large contract invoices and the back and forth of refund requests for faulty components. Those same smart contracts could assist with shipping and logistics, tracking valuable products as they travel around the world. Using blockchain, companies can finally have a complete picture of their products at every stage in the supply chain, bringing transparency to the production process while reducing the cost of manufactured